Hi everybody, this is Clarine from In Rainy's Room. Today I'm going to show you how to make this little box. I call it a little beach box. Measures about 4 by 4, and then there's a little drawer that comes out so you can put all your precious beach things that you gather. Okay, let me show you how I did this. I started with 2 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, and I wanted to show you the type of paper that I like to use. This is called Pop Tone Collection. This is the white. It comes 12 by 12. It also comes 8.5 by 11. The great thing about this paper is you can get it at Amazon. They have many colors, and it takes a score crease really good. It doesn't crack on you. Okay, so 2 things we're going to do. We're going to do the base first. Now when you're doing a box, you want to have the bottom of your box just a smidgen smaller than the top so they can slide in and out of each other. So I'm going to take this 12 by 12 before I do any scoring, and I'm going to take off just about a 1/16 of an inch. Let me just line this up. Okay, now I'm going to do that on 2 sides so that I can have a square. I'll do that again on the second side, and again it's just about a 1/16, not even an 1/8. Now this is going to be the bottom of the box, not the drawer. And what we're going to do then is we're going to score that at 4 on all 4 sides. Okay, so that's my valley fold, so I'm going to fold back towards the mountains. Like that. Get all 4 of those score lines. Okay, so then we're going to make some tabs. We need 2 tabs. So turn these 4-inch corners into tabs by just cutting on that score line. Do a little wedgie on there just so that it doesn't get thick around the top. And then also over here. And then directly across from that, you're going to do the same thing. And don't forget to wedge it. And then also over here. There we go. And then we're going to do the other 2 corners the same way. We cut in on that score line. And do the little wedge. And then over here. And that's about a 1/4 of an inch wedge. It's not a very big one. And then over here on this corner. And over here. Okay, so those are going to be my corners. And what we're going to do is fold these in so that you can see that those are the tabs, and we're going to ink them up. I'm sorry, I couldn't put the glue on there. And I'm putting it primarily on this fold first. Let me get my glue to work. I love this art glitter glue, but it sets up pretty fast. So I'm putting a nice strip here because you want your edges to line up good. And just a little bit in the middle. And I'll do that on the other side. And a little bit in the middle. And then those are going to fold up. And you're going to match up this seam here. You want that to be nice and straight. And then do the other one. Matching up that seam. And then I'm just going to bend them over here so I can do a little bit of burnishing here. And the good thing about that glue when it sets up is it even makes the sides a little bit stronger. So I'll just burnish that down as well. And I'm going to do the other side. Same way. It's more important to have a nice amount on the fold so you can get that seam nice. I'll do this side. Okay. And there's that seam again. I want it to be all lined up. Now when I cut mine earlier, looks like I got a little extra edge there, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to burnish this. And what that means is when I cut on the score line, I probably wasn't in the exact center of it, so I got kind of a little edgy thing going here. So I'm going to trim those off because I want this to be flat. See how I have a little edge over here? I'm just going to trim it off. And it'll be good as new. Now, this is going to be our little drawer that's going to go inside there and pull in and out. So I'm going to set it to the side and I'm going to do the outside. So I'm going to take that second piece of 12 by 12, scoring it at 4 inches on all 4 sides. This paper just scores so nicely. So if you have access to Amazon, it's the best paper that I have found. Okay, then I'm going to fold back on the mountain. And just like we did on the drawer part, this time I'm probably going to be a little more careful. Make sure I get down the center of that score line. Do my wedge. And I'll do that over on this side. I think it's important to go side to side, across from each other, rather than just doing all your corners, because then sometimes you don't get the flaps lined up correctly. And this side. Here. Then I'm going to do the same thing with those edges. I'm going to get a nice seam on the inside. Well, there's that glue again. Also, I might remind you that when you get your pins to kind of keep your glue going, make sure that you use stainless steel, because the others have too much nickel in them and they corrode. And if you use it as a stopper, messes up your ink, messes up your glue. Okay, I'm going to put this guy here. Bring that up here. Lining up that seam. And this one as well. I'll lay that down and burnish those. Okay, and then I'm going to do this third one. Line up those edges. This is going together better than my little drawer did because I messed up on that one line. So make sure you've got good lighting when you're cutting on those score lines. I'll put this burnish on here a little bit. Okay. Now, inside of your, this is actually the outside of the box, so I guess I have to call it the drawer cover. We're going to be putting colors of cardstock. And what I have selected is, this is just a regular cardstock, like just a nice medium blue. And I've cut it so that it's about 1/4 of an inch less than your 4x4s. So you need to cut 6 of these little solid cardstocks. And those are going to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then on top of those, see how these go? They're going to be going all the way around your box. On top of those is going to be a pattern paper. This is a pattern paper that I selected from, oh, let's see, who was this? This is from Beach Days, and it's a snickerdoodle design. It's a digital kit, and this was one of her background papers. So this is your pattern paper. You're going to cut 4 of them, and these are going to be 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. And then those are going to go all the way around. And I'm going to turn the camera off while I put those on, and then I'll be right back.